I am Anil Kumar. Let me thank all my subscribers and viewers for watching my videos and posting excellent questions. A very special thanks to Iro, who has been sharing a lot of questions with me, and here is another very good question based on vectors. Let's try to understand and solve this particular problem, and I hope many of you will benefit from this. It is based on vectors, division of line segment. We also refer to a section formula which can be used to solve this question. The position vectors of point A and B are A 15, 0 and B 3, 4. Given that the position vector of C is C equals to Ka plus K 3Kb and ACB is a straight line, find the value of K. So let's try to sketch the scenario, right? Let's try to understand what it is. Now, this is really a very interesting question. You will see that we are given vectors A and B, but the expression for C is Ka plus 3Kb. So it really doesn't matter what is the value of A and B, right? Now, just for the sake of sketching, I'll take 15, 0 on this x-axis. Let's say that is 15, 0. And B is 3, 4. Let's say somewhere here, correct? So somewhere here, I'll take that 3, 4. So B and A can be combined with this particular line, okay? So what I'm trying to say here is that this is the position vector OB, and this is your OA. C is a point somewhere in between, right? So let's take C somewhere in between. Let's say this is C for us. So OC is going to be this vector. Now, what are we given here? We are given that C is equal to Ka plus 3 Kb, right? So A and B are these vectors. And of course, this will be C. Now, we are also given that ACB is a straight line. So ACB is a straight line. That means C is somewhere in between. Now, when C is somewhere in between, let us assume that C divides line segment AB in the ratio of M is to N, right? So somewhere in middle, right? Where M plus N is going to be AB, right? So let's assume that C divides AB in the ratio so that in the ratio of N to M, right? So okay, as shown in the figure. Now from here, you can always write what OC is in terms of these vectors, right? So OC, I could have written C also. Let me write OC is basically equal to OB, okay, plus M to M. So this B to A, right? So this vector B to A plus a fraction of BA, right? How much? If I divide the whole line by M plus N, it is M times. So it is M over M plus N of BA. Correct? So that is how we can write this particular vector, right? Now, writing it in terms of ABC, OC, the position vector, could be written as C equals to OB's vector B plus the ratio M over M plus N, and BA is A minus B, correct? A minus B. So we could get C as equal to, let me separate these terms. With A, we could expand it like this. m over m plus n times a minus m over m plus n times b. Scalar multiple, right? When I'm saying times, I really mean scalar multiples, okay? Because that is how it is, right? So we are talking about scalar multiples here. As you know, we have scalar multiples, dot product and cross product in vectors, right? So when I say times, it really means scalar multiple. Okay. Now, we can actually rearrange this because we have something in terms of a and b, right? So I'll write c as m over m plus n times a, and b, let me write plus. I could take b common, so I get 1 minus m over m plus n. Perfect. So that is m over m plus n a plus b times, this is vector, position vector b. Just take common denominator m plus n, so you get m plus n minus m. And so what you get here is m over m plus n times a plus b times n is left here, right? So n over m plus n. Correct? So we get this vector c as m over m plus n times a and b times n over m plus n. So if you compare these, what do you get? Right? So if you compare what you have with what was given to us, I'll use this space to finish it off. What we get here is that k is the coefficient of a, which is m over m plus n, and 3k is coefficient of b, which is n over m plus n. Is it okay? Now if I add these two, I get k plus 3k. Let me write k plus 3k equals 2. We get m over m plus n over m plus n. So that is 4k equals to m plus n over m plus n, which is 1. Perfect. So if 4k is equal to 1, what is k equals to? So no space left here, but k clearly is 1 over 4. Right. So simplifying this does make sense to you. So like working out in this fashion, so from here we went to this place, and then from here we went up, correct? So, and finally we got this answer that k is equal to 1 over 4. It does make sense to you. So that is the answer. So the value of k is equal to 1 over 4. Perfect. Now another concept to this is that whenever we have a situation like this, in that case, in general, let me write down, if I am given c equals to, let us say, some coefficient p times vector a plus q times vector b, in such condition, then it implies that p plus q should be equal to 1, right? So if you use that strategy, which we get from section formula, we could have easily found the answer by combining k and 3k. That is to, we could have written this equation, k plus 3k equals to 1, and from here we get k equals to 1 over 4. So this particular information that a point is on the line segment, which is being divided in the ratio of n to m, in that case, the coefficients which you write here should add up to 1, right? So that is how you could do it directly, especially in a multiple choice question. But I hope you understand the method involved, which also helps you to derive the formula, which we did in this case. I hope you find it interesting and useful. Thanks for watching, and all the best, and keep sharing. Thank you.